this time to the 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 11-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Stitterud, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Right
on these two. Right on these two. Come on, boy. You got it. Don't be scared of it.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Their boy down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there. And the pressure gets to him again. Howie Long, like an out-of-control broken arrow, getting in for the sack.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Now Carr, and he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Lawrence Taylor, his 2nd sack of the night. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
6-18. Hey, Alpha.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now a give right side. Dickerson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This will be taken very short.
The Giants take
Good
over
work, boys.
first
Let's
and
go.
10
Let's
at
go.
their own 32-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
First down, New York.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
The team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 2nd and 15 now. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Turn it up. Kill. Turn up.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He finds Hopkins complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Stop your whining.
Hey, 58 is a Yellow. 58's the mic.
I don't think you got it, son.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Reggie White on the sack there, showing the explosiveness that led him to the Hall of Fame. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. To throw, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. From 17 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, a full half to be played.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Here's Carr. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. On is the Hall of Famer Ray Guy to punt this away on 4th down. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Here's Mahomes to throw, and that will be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on fourth. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Down. 185. Later 8. All day, punk.
They'll run on first down. Dickerson. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. 14 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Mahomes. Man open, Rice. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Mahomes now on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Well, partner, let's talk Super Bowl. We have to. Before the year, by the way, we made predictions for the Super Bowl. You got one of the teams right. You had Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Gonna need better protection here. Third and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Mahomes now to throw. It's complete to Hopkins. And it's a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And the Raiders are in for 6.